Hello students, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to read the English book of class 8th, and here we will discuss about a topic in your book, that is the Kashmiri Shawl. It is the chapter number 5 in your book, and here are few information about many things which are famous throughout the world. Let us talk about them. First of all, there are gardeners. Gardeners is one of the famous in Kashmir. There are different kinds of gardeners here. They are famous throughout the world. If you talk about the Mughal gardeners of Kashmir, which are most beautiful and attractive, and the tourists from different corners of the world visiting here to see the natural beauties of these gardens. And another important thing, that is wood carving. Wood carving is one of the most famous handicraft that is famous throughout the world. And another is arts and handicrafts, which in the handicraft sector there are many works, pieces that are famous throughout the world. In these there is the shawl weaving, and other things which comes in handicraft sector. Another thing is rivers and lakes, which also are most important to enhance the beauty of Kashmir, and which attracts the people throughout the world to visit here. Another is winter sports. People from different corners of the world visiting in winter in Kashmir and play and take part in these winter sports. Among them, one is the skiing, which is most famous game in winter. Scenic beauty. You know that Kashmir is famous throughout the world by its scenic beauty. The convoys of mountains and forests, the green meadows, and the coral crystal waters flowing through the channels, creating a beautiful scenic beauty of Kashmir, and which attracts the people to visit here. Another is hospitality. Kashmiri people are famous throughout the world for its hospitality. And another is Kashmiri cuisine, that is called the Wazwan, which is also famous. And another is the temples. The temples from different religions, the Islamic and the Hindus and the Buddhists. Most of the temples or these related to these religions in Kashmir Valley. There are the Muslim shrines here, and in Jammu there is there are various Hindu temples, and in Ladakh there are the gumpas of Buddhists. The sh- the show the they, sh- they show the religious integrity and harmony throughout Jammu and Kashmir. So, dear students, let us read now. First of all, I will read and you will listen carefully some of the lines here. Let's read. Who does not know about the Valley of Kashmir, a beautiful place in the north of India? It is called paradise on the earth. It is famous not only for its scenic beauty but also for its handicrafts that have won name and fame throughout the world. Among these handicrafts is the Kashmiri Shawl, a fine and light wrapping that keeps you warm in winter and gives elegance to your personality. Kashmir has been producing shawls for centuries now. Francis Vernier was the first European who visited Kashmir in 1664 and who wrote about the softness and delicacy of this local fabric. Dear students, in these paragraphs, we will try to understand what the author wants to tell us. As you know, we are reading about the shawl, Kashmiri shawl. And the author wants to tell us that Kashmir is not only famous for its scenic beauty, but it is also famous for its handicrafts and other things that have won name and fame throughout the world. Who does not know about the Valley of Kashmir? The famous Persian poet called it in his poem that if there is paradise on earth, that is it, that is it, that is it. It means the Kashmir, which is paradise on the earth. So the author pointing out the handicrafts here. Among these handicrafts, Kashmiri shawl is one of the important thing which is famous throughout the world. It is a fine and light wrapping that keeps you warm in winter and gives elegance to your personality. There are different kinds of shawls producing for centuries now in Kashmir. One of the European visitor, namely Francis Baronier, who was the first European who visited in Kashmir in 1664, wrote about the softness and the delicacy of the local fabric. So in this way, from the beginning, the European visitors observe the things in Kashmir and they find one of the important handicrafts here, that is the Kashmiri shawl, and wrote in their books about its softness and delicacy. So dear students, in these lines we will uh, find some words which you feel some difficult. Handicrafts. Handicrafts is a word that denotes the works that are done by your hands. If we know the meaning of handicrafts in our own language, that is the dastkari. Dast means heart, hand, and kari means काम. हाथों से जो काम किया जाए, that is called the handicrafts. If we use in the sentence, we may say that Kashmiri shawl is one of the most precious of handicrafts of Kashmir. You can use the word handicrafts in different ways in different sentences. So what is Kashmiri shawl? It is a piece of cloth that is weaving on looms by the handicrafts. They use the fine fabric of Kashmir and embroidered them with different colors and decorates it. You can use the shawls in winter to give you warm, that keeps you warm in winters. Not only keeps you warm, but it will give elegance to your personality as well. Elegance means the thing that you give the attraction, attractive. If we use elegance in a sentence, we can say that Kashmiri shawl gives elegance to your personality. So another word is softness, the quality in which we can fold and mold the thing easily. Delicacy. Delicacy is also known as the decorated or beautiful, glorious. And fabric means the cloth, so it has a softness and delicacy fabric that are used in weaving the Kashmiri shawls. So that is all about today's lesson. We will try to understand the lesson in further lectures. That is all about today. Thank you. Okay.